All right, let's just get real for a second. We all live our lives online. But what if I told you the biggest threat out there isn't some super hacker in a dark room? What if it's just a simple email? Today, we're going to flip the script. We're going to help you become your own first line of defense. Let's dive in. Okay, I want to start with just one number, 90%. What is that? Get this, a mind-blowing 90% of all successful cyber attacks begin with one simple thing, a phishing email sent to someone who just wasn't expecting it. And that right there, that's the whole game these days. We imagine hackers breaking through firewalls with complex code, right? But that's not how it usually happens. Nope. The most common way in is by targeting a person. It starts with a simple, deceptive conversation. But here's the good news. Actually, it's great news. If a person is the weak link, then a person can also be the strongest defense. You have the power to spot these threats and just shut the door. So that's what we're here to do. We're going to give you the tools to make sure you're not part of that 90%. You know, it's easy to think of cybersecurity as some abstract IT problem, right? Something for another department to handle. But the truth is, it's woven into everything we do. We are all on the battlefield, every single day, whether we realize it or not. I mean, just think about your day. You probably woke up, maybe checked your bank account, ordered some lunch on an app, chatted with friends on social media. Every single one of those little clicks is a potential open door for a cybercriminal. That convenience we love, it comes with a risk. And being aware, well, that's your shield. So this gets to the heart of how most of these attacks actually work. The criminals, they figured something out a long time ago. It's way, way easier to trick a person than it is to break a complex piece of software. They're not just breaking code, they're exploiting us. And there's a name for this whole strategy. It's called social engineering. Attackers play on our natural human instincts, our curiosity, our desire to be helpful, our trust. They're basically hacking our human instincts, not our computers. And this quote right here from a professional security tester, it's pretty wild. It just goes to show you how shockingly simple and effective this can be. He didn't need to hack anything. He just looked the part, acted confident, and people let him right in. It reminds you that the biggest security hole is often just our willingness to trust someone who looks like they belong. Okay, so the number one weapon in the social engineering toolbox, it's phishing. I guarantee you've seen this stuff in your own inbox. It's all about them pretending to be someone you know and trust, like your bank or your favorite online store, to trick you into handing over your information. Okay, but here's the twist. The game is changing, and it's changing fast. The bad guys aren't just relying on simple tricks anymore. They're now using AI, and it's making their scams incredibly hard to spot. This is super important. All those old red flags we were taught to look for, they're basically disappearing. You know, the bad grammar, the weird phrasing. AI can write a perfect, personalized email now. It can take a few seconds of your boss's voice from a meeting and clone it for a phone call. It can even create a deepfake video of them saying something they never ever said. It's wild. And look, this isn't just some sci-fi movie plot. There was this business owner lost $47,000. Why? Because a hacker used AI to perfectly mimic a vendor's email style. The tone was right. The signature was right. The only thing they changed was the bank account number. That's how real and how dangerous this has become. All right, so I know that sounds pretty scary, but it's not hopeless, not at all. Now that we know what we're up against, let's talk about how to fight back. Think of this as your personal defender's toolkit. Simple things you can do right away. First things first, let's cover the absolute basics for spotting a classic phishing email. Number one, don't just look at the name, look at the actual email address. Is it legit? Number two, never just click a link. Hover over it with your mouse. A little box will pop up showing you the real web address. Three, watch out for that feeling of panic they try to create, you know, the urgent act now stuff. And number four, if you weren't expecting an attachment, just don't open it. Simple as that. But you gotta remember, phishing isn't just for email anymore. You've got smishing, which is just phishing through SMS text messages. Vishing is when they do it over a voice call. And the new kid on the block is quishing. That's when they use a malicious QR code on a poster or a menu to send your phone to a bad website. Okay, now for one of the most powerful shields you can possibly use. It's called multi-factor authentication, or MFA. Basically, it means even if a bad guy gets your password, they still can't get in because they don't have that second proof, like a code sent to your phone or your fingerprint. Seriously, if an app or a service offers it, turn it on, always.
So, what do we do about those super convincing AI scams? The deepfake videos, the cloned voices? Well, the best defense is actually incredibly simple, and it has nothing to do with technology. It's this: verify through another channel. If you get a weird email from your boss asking for something strange, pick up the phone and call them on a number you already have. Don't reply to the email, and don't use the phone number in their signature. And all of this, it all comes down to one big idea. Look, technology is great. Firewalls, antivirus, they're all important. But the single most powerful defense any company or any person has, it's not software. It's a person. It's you. Think about this. Studies show that a massive 70 to 80% of all data breaches happen because of simple human error. That means your actions, your awareness, you can be the difference between, phew, that was close, and a total disaster. So look, if there is just one thing you remember from all of this, please let it be this. Every single scam, from the dumbest email to the smartest AI fake, has one thing in common. It tries to create a sense of urgency to rush you into making a mistake. And your best defense, your superpower, is to just pause. Take a breath and verify. So, I'll leave you with this question. Your inbox just pinged, an email just landed. Before you click, before you react, what's your first move?